Hello, this is Claude Sports Corner. And even though I'm not a New York Giants fan, I do feel obligated because I am from New York City and I followed the Giants just about as much as I followed the Steelers. Obviously, being from the area, I followed the Jets as well. But I followed the Giants simply because I was able to see the most dominant and the greatest defensive player of all time in the history of the NFL play for this great city. And his name is Lawrence Taylor. Everybody knows that. And I've had a keen interest in the New York Giant franchise because they are basically the bigger cousins of the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you don't know, the Maras and the Rooneys have had a long, steadfast relationship for a very long time, ever since the Steelers have been in the league, which has been 1933. The Giants have been in the league much longer than that. And that's why I had to report on what I consider a colossal mistake by the New York Football Giants by hiring this coach, Joe Judge, who last was the wide receivers coach for the New England Patriots. Now, if you know anything about the wide receivers of the Patriots over the past couple of seasons, they have been, I can't even say mediocre. Outside of Josh Gordon, who, as we know, failed yet another drug test, and he might not even play football again. Over the last 2 to 3 seasons, that wide receiver core has been Julian Edelman or bust. We see the first round pick, N'Keal Harry. He has shown glimpses of good play, but he was nowhere near the consistency level that warranted a first round pick. We all know Mohamed Sanu was a colossal failure. Now, some of that is Brady's inability to really throw the deep ball anymore. And also a lot of it is the offensive line, to be fair to Brady. But let's face it, the wide receiver core has a lot left to be desired. And I don't see where the Giants are great shakes with that either. If you want to say you're doing this for the benefit of the young quarterback, Daniel Jones, well, then it would have made more sense to hire the other assistant, Josh McDaniels, who at least had a proven track record. And as bad as Josh McDaniels was for Denver, listen, the fact of the matter is he actually did win a playoff game with Tim Tebow at quarterback. And now it was disgusting. Obviously, it was against the Steelers. That's one of the low points in Mike Tomlin's career, as far as I'm concerned. And also, I was just through with the defensive coordinator of the Steelers at that time, Dick LeBeau. And even though LeBeau is a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, listen, I was ready for him to be shown the door after that terrible performance. Now, I understand the Steelers had a lot of guys hurt that game, but I digress. This is about the poor hire by the Giants. It would have made so much more sense to hire McDaniels over a non-proven guy in Judge. It just makes no sense. In fact, I had an even better idea. If you're the New York Football Giants, why not kick the tires and ask for permission to speak to Bill Belichick? I mean, it's not that far-fetched considering that, number one, Belichick got his start as the defensive coordinator for the New York Football Giants. And he and Parcells did amazing work here, and he's familiar with how it goes in New York. Well, we'll say New York, New Jersey, since they do play in the Meadowlands. Why not kick the tires on that? Now, I'm not going to dog them by not picking the college coach, Matt Rule, who ended up going to the Panthers. I get that. I don't want a college coach if I'm the Giants. I understand that. But why Joe Judge when there are other better defensive coordinators there? Now, if you want to go the college route, and again, I'm not into college coaches myself, they could have tried Urban Meyer or Lincoln Riley, considering he's a quarterback-friendly head coach. That would have made more sense, especially after the Cowboys picked Mike McCarthy. And listen, you could have made the case the Giants should have gotten Mike McCarthy. But to me, this is a disastrous hire for the Giants. Now, I do believe that the Giants will improve next year, but that will be more due to the personnel than the head coach. I mean, they were 4-12 this year. I believe that they will be about 6-10. But if you're the Giants, you want to build right away. You want to be able to sell your team to at least an 8-8, 9-7. And I don't see this guy getting it done. I don't. So it looks like more of the same as far as I'm concerned for the New York Giants. Please like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude White. Take care, and God bless.